move on to Liverpool.
I was very
Whoa,
far. I'm happy. I'm happy
after 70 years. You ain't managed 70 years.
No, congratulations, but I need to address the stupidity that I've seen this past week.
What a week it's been for Liverpool.
Yeah. Where do you want to go first, David? Because
we'll start. I think up to you, David. Where do you want to go?
The panel it's a democracy, but where do you want to go? Where do we...
I think we should close this close this Carabao Cup into PSG because, what a week it has been.
Okay, let's start off with yesterday. We know. Newcastle are thugs, in it. Yeah,
they are. There's no denying.
Thugs and harmony, mate.
Yeah, physical team, just men in the box. Can you please explain to me why you are doing long ball, bruv? What's going on, bruv?
Yeah.
And this is a team. Adrian, would you say you're a better team than Bournemouth?
I guess, yeah.
And they went and piped them at St. James Park 4-1. And you know how they did it? Quick ball on the floor, blood. None of this crossing thing.
Quick movement.
Would you agree, Adrian, that Mr. Cliver at the Cherries is of the same stature as Mo Salah?
Yeah, more or less.
More or less. Bro, get the ball to Mo Salah quick and move the ball, bro. All this slow passing, bro. And overlap. I keep telling you, man. When people are doing low block and they're not giving you space in the middle, overlap wide. I don't know why all this inverted business. I don't get it. I've seen it at Arsenal as well.
Mate, inverting is.
Why are you inverting, bro?
Oh, I hate it. I blame Guardiola. I hate it. Friggin' hate it.
You know they're denying you space, and then even before I get even to that, you see Jesus here. He gives you grace. Yeah, 5 times. You've allowed Newcastle to take corners and you left McAllister on damn bird. He said, enough of this, bruv. I've given you enough grace. You don't want to land. Boom. What were you doing, bruv?
Oh my God.
And Van Dijk here, you see me here. When I go mad here, I lose it, bro. I'm not offering Van Dijk a new contract for that nonsense.
Oh,
you're on the pitch, bruv. You can see an issue. McAllister is outgunned, and you don't rectify the issue. You are still standing there with Konate zonal marking. What are you doing, Adrian? If this was Arsenal, I would be livid.
But you know what, David?
I have to give the same energy, bro.
David, what's his name? Van Dijk was talking, was shouting all game. He was shouting at everybody all game. He was livid. He was almost like controlling the football match, like having to say, okay, like the barking mad managers we've got now that keep bouncing on the touchline, kicking every ball. That's what Van Dijk does now. He's telling everyone, like every time Konsa had the ball, he's telling him where to go, and Konsa wouldn't do it first time. Then the delayed would come, then the pressure would come, and then he would pass it back to the place he originally said to pass it back. And then he's looking at him like, "What are you doing? This is why I said go fling it over there. We know where this is going."
Hey, Adrian, you see this game, yeah? I watched Robertson. You need a new left back. He needs to go in the bin.
100%.
Well, you know what? You only realize that on Sunday.
No, but bro,
when you just watch, properly. Sometimes you just
because I've always felt like Liverpool needed a new left back, but I always thought Robertson could give that new left back a run for their money. Like there's competition.
No, you guys ain't been paying attention. I told you guys beginning top of the season.
No, this is what I'm saying. When you watch someone properly, I'm like, brother, overlap, bro. What are you doing? Go.
Something that he was so good at as well.
Bro,
he reminds me of like you know when Gary Neville talks about his last game. And he's always just like, guys, I'm not helping the team. I can't do it. That's how I feel about Robertson. It's like he must look at himself and be like, "Raw, I used to be able to get up and down. I can't get up anymore, let alone get back down." So I feel like he's lost a yard of pace. He's still got the mentality and the right passing and brain. But when you're coming up against big, what's the word? industrious team like Newcastle United, you need your players at it 100%. And I remember telling Adrian when Chelsea were about to play Liverpool, I was like, Noni Madueke is giving this guy a bag. Any quick winger, I'm worrying for Robertson. I'm worried.
And the problem is, you see these past 2 games, both teams, bro, the fullbacks were just on smoke, blood. And you man are not, and your fullbacks are not going this. This one's inverting. Trent is in the middle of the pitch. Stay out wide. Robertson not good. There's only so much Van Dijk and Konate can do, bro. Honestly. No.
AD, what's your 2 cents on this final before we get to PSG as well?
Bro, like when you say, Newcastle wanted it more. That's just a total disrespect, bro. Like we were outfought, we were outgunned, we were out tactics, we were out hearted. Like there's no metric in which you can look at that game and say, you can even feel even slightly slighted or even slightly like sorry for yourself. Like we were comprehensively pumped, and as David sort of mentioned, like the Dan Burn thing was mind-boggling because Dan Burn didn't score from his first header, right?
Yeah,
time and time. But I didn't get it, bro. He's got like a foot on McAllister. He's 6'7" for crying out loud. He's six. No. It was, and this isn't me calling it out after the facts neither. Literally, I said to the geezer next to me, I'm like, bro, what is this? Like, and I'm so sorry, like Joel Kwanzaa, yeah. For what we lack in ball progression, in passing ability, in crossing, in physics, for what we lack in that, you're at least 6'4", 6'5". I don't know why you're not on Dan Burn. Like it's basics, and I don't know who's to blame. I think on this lot, you got to take some of the blame for that because you look at a situation time and time again. Of course, they're good, and you know what's so sad? I almost said good because it's like when the hell will you people learn? And even the Mo Salah thing, and I've seen a lot of narrative around Mo Salah. Salah's ghosting in the final, this, that. But the truth of the matter of it is this, right? If you're slobbing a ball over the top and you're expecting anybody to compete in the air with a 6'7" Dan Burn, it's a fallacy. It's an absolute fallacy, and it's a like you need to have some variation in play. You need to be able to try and play on the ball. And I'm so sorry, guys. Diogo Jota is cooked, man. I don't know this injury that he had. I don't know what it is. He's a shell of himself. Joel Kwanzaa. I don't want to get onto Joel Kwanzaa too much. He's a young lad doing a foreign job, but. Men against boy stuff. Did you see what Jolinton done to him on the wing? Where Jolinton ducked him down and I just threw him to the floor like a year 9 schoolboy. Like a year 9 schoolboy for crying out loud.
And the problem I have here, Adrian, and I remember you messaged in the group, don't worry, we'll wake up. I've seen Arsenal do this time. I've seen them set your stool out early, bro.
Yeah.
You man, Newcastle said, we're coming at you. You need to answer back, bro. Don't say control.
Why?
There's time for control, and then there's time to it's on and cracking. And Liverpool did not come out of first gear. And once you do that, it's a long day. And you got tired legs, it's a long day, bro.
That's the thing.
Newcastle
definitely prey on the fact that Liverpool went 120 minutes on.
Here we go.
And literally, like, now the weekend before, I'm sure people are hindsight FC where. Slot plays a strong team against Southampton. Is it you played? And that wasn't the easiest game because obviously you lot were a goal down. You came back, blah blah. Then they play 120 minutes against PSG, not against not no dibby like a proper team. And then they have to go and face Newcastle have had a break. I think they beat West Ham away. Newcastle might have even stayed in London all week.
They played on Monday.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, but they played West Ham, wasn't it? Away. Yeah. And for all we know, I don't know if they stayed in London. Maybe they went back. I don't know. But the fact that they had the extra day and Liverpool played 30 extra minutes plus penalties. And we're probably more shocked about Tuesday night and are probably still having a hangover from Tuesday in the sense of actually going out of the competition as opposed to, plus tired legs and whatever and what have you. You always thought that even if Newcastle set their stall out early and said, boom, we're coming at you now. I always thought Liverpool second half were just bound to. Do you know what I mean? We're just bound to turn up and be like, look, guys, it's been a crap Tuesday, yeah, but let's shape up, yeah. Let's go get this. Let's get this Carabao Cup in the bag, right? We can still make a double this season. Let's do it. And yeah, they just never came out of first gear, as you said.
Yeah, and this is why again, you know, you guys have sort of mentioned the point of sort of fatigue, and then you look at not only the sort of physical exertion, also the mental exertion, and then you look at of Tuesday night, and you look at someone like Chiesa, who's apparently fit, because I tell you what, the only person who gave a damn and showed any heart out there in a red shirt was Chiesa, and we haven't seen the guy all season, and then it's like, well, no, that poses the question, well, Slot, well, how bad or how good is this guy? Because you ain't played him all year. The time you do bring him on is in a cup final where he scores. So then it's like, is that an oversight on Arne Slot's part? But look, obviously, it's not necessarily sort of slating them off, but I think it's always good to sort of look at things critically and objectively and sort of think about it. So yeah, that's obviously some food for thought. Maybe the squad utilization wasn't necessarily the best, because let's call a spade, guys. We looked dead on our feet, and that's not to take anything away from Newcastle. That's our bets. We knew what we had to do, and we weren't ready and we weren't prepared. So I think that's something that obviously moving forwards we can look to say that maybe potentially need another body in midfield. Cody Gakpo was a corpse. Like, it was pointless. It was pointless bringing him on Tuesday, and it was even more useless and worthless bringing him on Sunday, because he offered absolutely nothing. So I think for Arne Slot, that's potentially something that we need to look at moving forward. How do we sort of utilize the squad, because it is a tough gauntlet, and it's again, I'm not making excuses, of course not, but it's absolutely fast. And then the FA wonder why we don't do nothing in Europe, because it's like, well, on the week of knockouts, you then got a cup final. Like, what? How's a team meant to navigate that semi-final? Obviously, it's a position that we're in. Obviously, great teams navigate that, and I think what that final has ultimately shown is that we're probably a good team at the moment, not a great team. We've got potential to be a great team, but yeah, it was so disappointing. And I tell you what, guys, like, for me, obviously when we scored that goal, and the way Newcastle just sucks the life out of pause. But the way Newcastle just sucked the life out of the game, where it was just like, it was agonizing. Well, it's like Willock by the corner flag, and you almost just want to, you just want to dive through the TV, and it's pointless. And you see players, they're trying to put a foot in, but they don't want to foul him, and then Willock kicks the ball onto them, and it's out into touch for another Newcastle ball, and it's like, you know what I mean?
Well, I loved it. I loved it.
I just think it was a bit. It's too late, man. And then and then the substitutions are only Slot. I think it's the first time when you see them subs, and you're like, yeah, your head is gone, mate. I don't know what you're trying to do.
What ones in particular?
First of all, when he took off Konate and then moved Gravenberch back, then there's no one in midfield, and then when he fully went to a back three, I was just like, yeah, your head is gone. I know you scored, but your head, there was no.
What I don't get, David, I don't get. Do you remember who Federico Chiesa is?